Kia ora, Cancer. This is your reading for the new moon in Virgo, which is happening really right now. So I've got your cards out here. Thanks for joining me. Welcome in, and thank you for the exchange, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that. Much appreciated. So let's get into your story, Cancer. We always go through and clarify if you haven't joined me before. So we're coming out here, which at this point I would liken to just experience, as all humans have experienced sorrow. The Three of Swords, really throughout a past and present. There might be some Cancers that are feeling that at this time. It wouldn't be surprising with all the things and things that are going on in the world. But often it's from the past that we carry it in our muscle tissue and we carry it in our, body. Three of Swords. We then come to another three. So there's an actioning here, that there's a movement, there's a progression through, or it is progressing through us. So we have this Three of Discs, which is works in motion. We're talking about quite full-on movement, collaborations with people, other people coming into our world, and ourselves actually being involved with other people to create something collectively, potentially. We want to do this with a large level of balance. Here we have adjustment. It is called in the Thoth deck. It is justice. It is balancing those scales out. We're doing it again. We're doing it again for some of you. I mean, in terms of a relationship, is what I get from that. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is allowing a period of time or a state that we exist in within a not necessarily a time frame, but we are in this chrysalid mode. The idea of it, the guts of it is that we come down from Hanged Man mode. We have a different perspective on a given situation. This might be a different perspective on what it is that you really want, who it is that you want to work with in collaboration. It could be who it is you want to be with, So it's interesting. So let's go through and clarify. We're looking at the Three of Swords, which I kind of see as as something from the past. Something maybe that was walked away from, potentially. We have the Nine of Cups. What makes us happy? Look, we have faith that at any given time we know what makes us happy, and yet happiness is one of the things in this time and this place that people find very hard to locate, even if it's just within themselves. Anyway, so we're looking at that Three of Swords here. Understanding what makes us happy. It's an achievement within itself. We then have, this is 3 cards to clarify the Three of Swords, the Hierophant. Maybe you've got a mentor in your life. This is about spiritual information that is for you and you alone. And you have the key for that in whatever way you have been given that. You are developing within yourself, within awareness and understanding of what that is. And I do think, Cancer, it's connected to your general internal happiness. It's not necessarily about external, finding something that makes you happy. It is an inside job, is it not? And then we have the Five of Discs. We know this card to be about the archetype, of the victim, the lack mentality, accepting less, not valuing oneself, yourself, all of those things, and that those things that we do, because we all have that, and we play it out sometimes. We choose lack over gain. And yet there's a turning of this, there's a change occurring here, whether that happened in the past, whether it's from the past or not. There's a change. Anyway, we just have the Knight of Wands, a fiery fire brand coming out here, reactionary. We're looking at the Three of Discs, collaborative efforts, building, rebuilding, Cancer. Three of Discs, works in motion. It's a wonderful, wonderful card. And in some wonderful way here, because it is emphasis on collaboration. So there are other people involved in this. What I see, Cancer, is that you have developed, whether it's a new thing or not, but you've developed an ability to be kind of quite objective on an emotional level. So we're looking at that Three of Discs, works, progress. This is movement. Eight of Cups. Eights are of the mind. The cup obviously is about emotions. And as I liken this card, it is like creating a boundary around yourself, or a buffer zone, so that you don't take things that are happening around you on a purely personal level, because you have a level of objectivity about your emotional body. So it's a wonderful thing. And you do have the strength also to stand up for your principles without feeling like you're going to be hurt for that. Seven of Wands, your integrity and your principles. Let's look at adjustment, Cancer here. There's a rebalancing going on. We find that we want to find that kind of level of equanimity within ourselves, that what we say we mean, what we mean we express, we say. There's some healing going on here, Cancer. Ace of Cups, we're looking at adjustment, the rebalancing of the scales. We get this energy of the expansive nature of the emotions. We can be objective emotionally, and often that allows us to accept more and to also give more. And again, the Hanged Man. There's an acceptance here, a resignation, a resolve, an acceptance of who and what you are. An acceptance of that. When you come down from Hanged Man, because Hanged Man is sort of diminishing all the external stimuli that just surrounds us all the time and can be very distractive, but also influence us. Sometimes we don't want that. Often we don't want that. It's like living in this world where advertising is blasted at you all the time. I didn't say that I wanted to be, exposed to that, but you go out there, don't you? And it's just there everywhere. It's like indoctrination of sorts. We don't have much control over that, but what we do have control over are the choices that we make and what we want to expose ourselves to. But this is more internal, this is more of a transitional thing within yourself, where we get the Hangman twice. It's a chrysalid zone. You're going to come out of that. with a new perspective. And I think it's about yourself, actually, Cancer. I think there's been a theme in your readings where it has been kind of like that. So what do we got? Well, interesting. You know, there's a little fiery ember in your central hearth that's about to poof. It's about to poof, 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 poof. You know when fire makes that sound. It's about to take off. There's some new stuff going on here that's really going to take off. All right. We're looking at the Hanged Man. To clarify that Hanged Man, we have the Six of Cups, which is a beautiful card. We see maybe people returning from the past. But we understand in this card that we are reminded, actually in this card, that of those times where we offered our cup with no agenda attached. The sheer pleasure of giving emotionally. We're kind of working on rebalancing this out, Cancer, within ourselves, I feel. With that Six of Cups, which is a beautiful, beautiful card and a very balanced card. We have the Ten of Swords, an epiphany moment where we understand. We see this in the Hierophant. So you've got that at the beginning of this reading, the hand gesture. There's an understanding, the penny's dropped. We've understood all of that, and we go and start a new sort of journey, I guess, with the knowledge of the experiences of those 10 swords and an understanding and a lesson gained from it. Not that everything has to be about learning lessons, but you know what I'm saying here. And then we have an elevation. The Knight of Rods was at the beginning here with the Hierophant, the Five of Discs, and the Nine of Cups. And here we see at the end of this reading, the King. As I said, your little central hearth, your wee flames are going, and they're getting bigger. And this is about, you know, the fiery heart, the water, the love, the will involved in that, the action, how it is expressed outwards, how you feel about yourself and all of this. If you take time out, it's probably a requirement. I would say it's interesting. Now we'll just get a Brian Froud Pixie and Fairy card for you, Cancer, just to give us a bit of a insight, maybe an extra insight here. Unity, exactly. We're talking about balance, equanimity within yourself, which will be translated out into your external world, and you will see that when you come down from Hanged Man mode. And rock mineral crystal for you. We've got beautiful, beautiful stone. We've got green jade, attracting love. I need my glasses, really. This writing is quite small, Cancer. Attracting love, hello, balance, dreams come true, purity. And here we have it for you. Beautiful, Cancer, today. On that note, thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time, Cancer. Take good care over the next week. Ka kite.